Portsmouth from the Busch Light Studios. ESPN 95.3.
Turn. Okay. Turn. I don't think we can turn anymore.
Just don't think it's gonna fit.
Oh yeah, well, come on. Up. Yes. Here we go. Pivot.
For work, what do you do?
I'm a stockbroker. Yeah.
Children's furniture.
Oh, good for you.
It's all right.
What can I do for you, sir?
Well, sir, it's this rug I have. It really tied the room together.
We think it would be very prudent.
Can we turn our beds into bunk beds?
Yes.
Why are you guys so sweaty?
All right, we've already figured out how to do this. The beds match up perfectly.
And here's the thing, it'll give us so much extra space in our room to do activities.
I thought Jerry didn't want that couch because of the stain.
What stain?
Oh, you didn't notice? It has a pea stain.
You had me sleeping on a pea-stained couch?
No. The cushion was turned on.
With the very idea. You had me lying in urine.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Busch. Produced by Colton Little with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is The Morning Rush.
Get going live at Butler Furniture and Mountain Home this morning. Before we get into some of those iconic clips from different TV shows and movies over the years, what is the important thing, Tommy, that you have to do today? What is the important thing as a Razorback fan?
Oh, as a Razorback,
an obligation that you want to do today in order to save money.
It's a yearly thing.
It's a yearly thing, a tradition at this park.
Renew your season football tickets?
No.
No.
We'll try Clay. Clay's there.
It's Fat Tuesday.
Clay Henry.
Is it eat some ribs today?
No. Hall of Famer, do you know?
Go fishing
No.
today?
Yeah, I think that's what you do.
Bruce Stan, Pradco Fishing, do you know?
I have no idea.
Cancel your Flow Sports subscription.
Oh.
The yearly tradition. You pay the $30 every single year, and you got an extra game this weekend. Arkansas takes down Torrington State 3-1.
That wasn't on there. Flo didn't have that one yesterday, so
take it.
Yeah.
Take it out. Delete.
Yeah. Flo didn't flow.
Flo didn't flow yesterday. Yeah.
Take it down. If you didn't do it yesterday, take it out. This is your public service announcement. This is your reminder to save you $30 this morning.
I got a question for you, Ty.
Yes.
So if somebody showed you a way to circumvent the Flow sign up and you could get in for free, would you do that?
Who's to say I haven't done it, Clay?
100%.
Who's to say I haven't done it?
Clay, he just had to look up circumvent in the dictionary.
Listen, no, okay. I actually know because
I thought they did that when you were born.
That's circumcised.
Oh.
That's circumcised. You didn't pick that up. No, there's been plenty of illegal streams over the last few years. So
really,
yes.
what we need with Utah is not that area. We need it from the neck up.
Oh man.
Oh.
So hopefully,
did you have a free hookup this weekend?
No, I didn't.
No,
would
you have used it if someone had given it to you?
I was there.
Oh, you went down? I knew you did last year.
Yeah, we've done it. This is the third straight year.
Oh, okay.
It's a fun event, man.
We've got it figured out now. So. We know where we're going to park. We know how to get in and out. We know, and Sarah and I have gone the last 3 years, and we'll continue to do it. It's just we are now to the point. We've done the general admission seating.
Yeah.
And I think for two of us, it was $150. Then it was $60 in parking, 20. If you do the reserve seating, you're in the lower bow, and it's better. I mean, it's a better seat. You can get pretty close if you'll work at it a little bit, but you get free parking, and it costs twice as much, and then you get free soda and free water. Well, it all adds up. If do you know what a soft drink costs there?
Oh, I'm going to guess $12.
Yeah, I think water's like $7.95 or something like that.
And you're a retiree. You're on a fixed income. You got to watch what you do, right?
So Ty, this is another. Like we're going to check your honest code.
Okay.
Will you sneak in drinks and popcorn, like the movie?
To Globe Life?
Yeah.
I have never, and I can honestly say this, I have never snuck in sodas or snacks. Snuck in alcohol. Never snuck in sodas or snacks.
That's a no-brainer.
To a Arkansas or sporting event in general.
What about a movie? Have you ever snuck the popcorn?
Ask him this, Clay. Have you ever taken drinks onto the golf course, private, in your own cooler, when you're supposed to buy all the beer at the golf course?
100%.
Ask him if he's done that.
Have you done that?
Yes, 100%. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Multiple times.
Coming clean, yes,
Often.
multiple times.
Every time?
No, I don't really do it anymore because I respect the game a lot more than I used to.
You respect the game. That doesn't have anything to do with the game.
There's a level of decorum.
That's being honest with the general manager of the
I'm
club.
31. The older I've gotten, the more honest I've gotten. And it's helped me in some areas, and it's hurt me in others.
I respect the game. Now, can we bottle that quote?
I hope Colton, as they say in the afternoon, did we get that clean?
That's the first thing Ty's ever respected, the game.
It's been good to me lately, so
hopefully it's been good to you.
Hopefully it continues to be so. All right, we got a lot to get into. Bruce Dan Pradco Fishing's here. Clay Henry, Hall of Famer, features editor at Whole Hog Sports, is here with us as well. Baseball team takes it. They go 3-1 this weekend at Globe Live. Cal last night live with Coach Cal. Tommy's at Butler Furniture. We're here this morning with the Morning Rush. Had a few other things we're going to get to, including the passing of Robert Duvall at the age of 95. This is a big seed line game as well tomorrow for the Razorbacks and the Crimson Tide, who are both sitting at a 5 seed, depending on where you look. So, Tommy, listen, do you have a pen and paper handy?
I do.
Okay.
Actually, I do. I'm actually being honest, because I respect the show.
The producer's chair is broken, so I need you to come back with a chair.
Producer's chair.
We need a couch for the sales pit because I need a place to take a nap. We haven't had one since I got here.
I don't even need to write that down.
I needed an ottoman for the studio for my feet so I can be well rested mid-show, mid-break, so I can come back.
We have a chair that has an ottoman built in, but okay, ottoman, chair, what else? Making a list here.
Those are Christian. Do you want anything?
The stuff in his mouth.
Christian, do you want anything at all? What do you say?
Pillow, tape it over his head.
You want a couch? Turn your mic on. You want a couch?
Couch.
Okay, couch. He's in for a couch. I think Colton wants the producer's chair fixed. So if you could come back with those 3 items, we would really, really appreciate it. I'm sure Brad will give you a discount.
Yeah, we are at Butler Furniture. I didn't know Clay was just appeared this morning and said he needed a new bed. So you heard we were going to be here, and I guess Gene Ann's getting a new bed.
We've talked about it. In fact,
well, you're supposed to play along with the bit.
Yeah,
Clay.
so no question. But this was that last time we did a remote here. I actually looked at a bed, and then we just kind of forgot about it. But we're not going to forget about it this time.
Right.
Come back Thursday. He's got the thing about beds. You need somebody like Brad to explain what they are. Because there's a lot of different styles. The only way you know is to lay on them, right?
And then ask your wife so she can tell you what you're getting.
No, she's not sure either because, it's like all this stuff is Greek to her. Yeah. So, but
so if you need a mattress,
we're going to get a nice mattress. That's what it's going to be.
Well, we got big-time basketball the next day or two, Bruce. I think this Pradco Pyramid of Power from about 3 to 6, I hope we can agree on 2 of them because I think we can go a lot of different directions here in a minute.
We're probably going to have the same teams, just maybe a little different order. Yeah.
This league is so jumbled. Right now, I was looking, guys. I think there's 8 teams. If I remember looking at the standings, within 3 games of the conference lead.
Bruce, I've got a beef with you.
What's that, sir?
You go with Donald Craner and Bill Dance on the White River, and you never call me.
He ain't called me either. I'm on that beef too.
Well, you know how small those White River boats get. You can only, and you usually have a couple cameramen in there when Dance comes.
They have more than one boat out there. I know that.
Oh, they got boats, they got drones, they got tourists, people waving at them on the bank. I mean,
I don't know why it is, but when, Bill Dance comes to town, the Browns get bigger. I don't know whether Donald Craner has them, pinned up somewhere and lets them out.
We know some people at the Game of Fish. Oh. Yeah.
But it's unbelievable. And I want to know, does he catch one and then hand you the rod?
Well, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that's never happened. Not going to say that. Since we're all telling the truth this morning.
He respects the game.
I know some people out there.
Respect the game, Clay.
Respect the fish. In this case, respect the fish. Respect the fish.
This is sport.
The fish don't care who reels it in.
Yeah.
Hey, Clay, you know this. Never reeling in another man's fish. Tommy, that's good advice for Tide. Never reeling in another man's fish.
Yeah. So
is that common?
I do want to go with y'all sometime. Well, Bruce. Just remember that, okay?
What's that?
I do want to go with y'all sometime.
Okay.
Do people
Even if
lie
he
about
wears
that?
that dang Tennessee hat, I don't care. He does wear that too, doesn't he?
Every day.
Ty, usually when people we'll just assume it's you. They're not catching many fish because they're in the boat with experienced anglers.
Why would you assume it's you?
And Tommy would say, "Hey, Ty, won't you reel this fish in?" You know, a real man just is not. I'm gonna catch my own fish.
Tommy, since we're telling the truth this morning, tell these fine gentlemen and our esteemed audience how many fish I caught last time we were at Gaston's over 2 days. No,
I think it was
be honest.
I don't remember that. It
Respect
was 7
the
or
fish.
8.
It's 23, but what?
23.
Who's
23 in 2 days.
Were they rainbows or browns?
Tommy,
he didn't know enough to know that that's not a great number.
The deal, it's like I caught one of them, and Tommy was like, "That's rare," and so did a guy. I had no idea what it was.
I think it's a brookie. You know.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it
That's
was. I
special.
was just like, "This is cool." And Tommy said,
"You know what it is now."
I know what it is now. Tommy
I
said
think I think my boy actually grand slammed.
He did.
Did
I
he
think
really?
I think
What
he,
does that
you know,
mean?
Oh my gosh.
That's one.
that
of
means
all
you caught
four
one of all
species.
4 species, and the brookie, I think we'd all agree, is the hardest one,
There's
the
just
most
not very
unlikely.
many out
There's
there.
not many, so it, you know,
They don't stock many.
No.
so to catch a grand slam in one day is it happens.
That would
but
be like you making a bogey in hard scrabble on number 18.
Which one? 18.
Which would be a really good score for you there.
That's what I actually made a part of there
Respect
this
the game.
weekend.
I think a bogey on any hole at hard scrabble would
Yeah.
be good for Ty.
I'll take it, honestly. All right, so we found something. I don't know if we're gonna have time for it because we've been kind of dilly-dallying, but we found something. Tommy, Colton, and I can't take credit for it because I was doing some other work in the office. But about 20
Respect
years,
the office.
yeah, respect the office. We have found archives of the Morning Rush 20 years ago.
yeah,
2
I was
decades
cleaning
ago.
out a file. We're tearing down a storage building.
How high
outside.
pitched is his voice going to be?
And we found a drawer full of old CDs from Morning Rushes 20 years ago.
It's pretty cool. Do you guys want to hear it?
Yes.
Do you want to hear a cut? All right, so I'm going to give you 3 cuts to choose from.
I'm surprised we had a CD player still in the building to get the audio off of them.
Do you want to hear Tommy talking about the Hogs sucking at Mississippi State, Tommy on Nut and the Mustang emails, or Tommy on the Hogs effort?
Was I the only one
Mustang
on
Nut.
the
Mustang Nut.
Yeah, let's do the
well,
Nut
we
Mustang.
we intentionally cut out the other guy.
You heard a lot of rumor, a lot of innuendos about emails being sent to Mitch Mustang that were very negative and mean-spirited, and if they were tied to the Nutt family, that people were being rude to Gus Malzahn. There is a nice layout by Chris Givens in today's Arkansas Democrat Gazette that goes over the whole timeline. It prints an email that was sent December 7th to Mitch Mustang by a lady in Little Rock named Teresa Pruitt. It opens up with a salutation. Hello, Mr. Interception King. That's the first line. Essentially, by the time this whole, I don't want to call it scandal, but this whole flare-up was done, Chancellor White was involved. Houston Nutt had admonished this Teresa Pruitt. It's a nice little interesting read, and particularly for those listening this morning that lean a little more to the dark side of things, or maybe not supporters of the head coach at Arkansas. Very interesting.
I don't know, and Clay, you could detail this because I know you've been doing this in sports radio for longer than Tommy, myself, and Bruce have. Was there a more crazy time in Arkansas sports talk radio than the 2006 season and the 2007 aftermath that led after that? I just think from an entertainment value, when I listen to old clips like that one, I don't think anything touches it now, before, or even after.
It was so crazy that I sat down with my dog and interviewed him and asked him questions about, how it was going to work out with Gus calling plays. And Charlie Brown refused to answer.
No.
He thought it was just clown
comment.
stuff. Yeah.
No comment.
He just kept bringing the ball back and laying it down at my feet. He did not want to do the interview.
Hey, Tommy,
Yeah.
that was
I
like
interviewed him,
popping
though.
a 20-year-old bottle of wine, though. That your voice sounded good there.
Is it
You
aged
sounded
well?
smooth.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm just proud that been able to do this 20 years. But I was proud we didn't throw all that stuff away. I said, Colton, come get some of this. It might be worth something.
Well,
he did throw it away, but you found it.
He was trying to throw it away, Clay. We saved it, and as now the official Morning Rush historian, you mentioned that Houston Nut stuff. We've got all of it, even all the nasty bits that happen at the end of it. All that reaction will be played on this program.
That clip was dated February 15th of 2007, so over 19 years ago, almost to the day, is when you guys were going on. And that's not necessarily a rant per se, but just thought. And we'll play some of these in the coming weeks.
Yeah, we can get some window dressing, a Morning Rush flashback or something.
We getting tape of you 20 years ago, Ty? Were you saying
how old is I?
Goo Goo Gaga?
11. You probably don't want to hear me. I didn't
I was
swear.
in my third year of doing this show or whatever.
11, he kind of reached his peak mentally.
Well, he wasn't respecting the game.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to respect the game yet.
He was circumventing it.
Yeah.
I actually knew what that meant when Clay said it. I'd listen. I don't pretend to be intelligent, but every once in a while people take
how you can do that.
All right. Let's talk. Y'all ready to talk? We're running out of time.
Hey, let me mention.
Doing just fine.
Let me mention we are at Butler Furniture. They are paying us to be here. You might want to come by and buy some furniture.
It's a cool place.
Brad Butler is standing over there in the corner with his arms crossed. Are these guys going to even mention that they're at my store? Butler Furniture, Highway 5. We're going to talk to Brad coming up in the next segment, and you'll hear some of that. You can swing by and say hello. Remember, it's always better at Butler's.
All right, let's get into our Pradco Pyramid of Power.
LearnNet.com, LearnNet.com, LearnNet.com. There you
Chrome
go.
black back, Chrome black back, Chrome black back.
Who are the best basketball teams in the SEC? Let's find out.
Perhaps I could be of some assistance.
This is the Pradco Pyramid of Power.
All right, let's get to it. I think there's not much discussion, not much debate on who's the top of the league. It's Florida. They're 10-2. They beat Kentucky over the weekend. I think the gap between 1 and 2 is bigger than the gap between 2 and 3 in this league, but Florida is clearly the number one team right now as of today. Bruce, I think I'm safe to assume you've got the same thing.
Yeah, when Boogie got his haircut and started playing well with that front line, they're hard to beat right now.
I got the Razorbacks number 2, and I think that's pretty clear right now, but the gap between, like you said, 1 and 2 and the gap between 2 and 3 is a lot shorter. And Arkansas at 9-3, they're better than the other teams right now, but they're coming off a stretch of playing easier teams with Mississippi State, LSU, and Auburn without their leading scorer. But the Hogs deserve it. They're number 2. They play Bama tomorrow night. We'll see if they can hang on to it.
Hey, Clay, did Billy Richmond look like a Nolan player on Saturday, the way he was running the floor?
I'm going to – this kind of dates me a little bit, but, I think I was senior in high school. No, I was in college, but I was working at the Arkansas Gazette covering high school basketball, and I went and covered I think it was a Parkview Hall game, and I saw Sidney Moncrief for the first time. And I'm telling you, that's what Billy Richmond looks like.
He wound it up, man.
High praise.
The motor.
Yes.
All right, so Florida 1, Arkansas 2. You on the same page
Same
with me?
page.
All right, I got Vandy at 3.
Yep.
We got a wad of teams at 8 and 4, so we agree 1, 2, 3. I think Bama's better than the rest of them. They play Arkansas tomorrow. Bama with the eye test with Bediako or no Bediako. I think they're a pretty stern test in the SEC. We'll find out if they live up to it. I got Alabama at number 4.
I went Kentucky. They actually played well at times against Florida. They didn't go over the hump, but I got Kentucky 4.
All right, you got Kentucky 4. I got Bama 4. I've got Kentucky at 5. So do you have Bama at 5?
Nope, I got Tennessee beat Alabama down there. So they got the same record.
All right.
Tennessee beat them.
All right, and I got Tennessee at 6. So I think we do have the same teams. Tennessee beat LSU on Saturday, play OU tomorrow. So I've got Florida, Arkansas, Vandy, Bama, Kentucky, Tennessee. We agree on the same teams. The last 3 in a different order. So Clay and Ty, who's right, who's wrong on their Pradco Pyramid of Power?
I think Kentucky deserves to be over Arkansas. I know where they are in the SEC record, but they went to Budwell and beat Arkansas head-to-head. The only thing we're disparaging
So you'd leapfrog Kentucky.
I would have Kentucky at 2. The only thing we're getting mad at them for is losing to the best team on the road by 9. So I would have Kentucky at 2. I think they've proven that the last 3 weeks, unfortunately. Arkansas, they haven't played the best players on the last couple of teams they played, plus the competition. So if Arkansas wins tomorrow night, you can clearly put them at 2, but I'm not willing to put them there yet.
Clay?
I think that when you see it all play out, you're gonna see Florida, Arkansas, and Kentucky have a little separation between these others. Now Alabama has a chance to have some, tomorrow night have some say in that. But I kind of feel like Arkansas is going to win at Alabama, and I don't think they'll win it at Florida. But that won't hurt them. This is a huge game tomorrow night for the seeding in the conference tournament, all those things, and I
playing
think,
for second place.
Yeah. Florida could still stumble. Arkansas could have a say in that. But there's going to be a lot of movement over the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I think the way the schedule's set up. I think beating Auburn was huge for Arkansas because if you look at Auburn's schedule over the next 3 weeks, they're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah.
And
so is Florida because they play like one hard team the rest
they
of
play
the way.
Kentucky.
They play Arkansas and Kentucky.
Well, those are
they
two
play
hard
two
games.
hard games. I should say two
Those
outside of Arkansas.
Yeah, those are
they got
big,
like South Carolina and Ole Miss. And
yeah,
Texas. So.
I keep watching the top bracketologists say that Florida cannot be a number one seed, but they can. I still think.
All right, that's our Pradco Pyramid of Power. What if Clay and I get over on the White River later? What we need to take with us, Bruce?
Well, right now you're going to take a Booyah Flashpoint Junior. It's going to dive to about 3.5, 4 feet, and when they're running a little water, throw a copper shad color. That's going to catch numbers, and you could possibly catch a double digit if you get it in front of the right one when they're running water right now. Bobby Garland baby shad's hot right now. I'll ask Clay the trivia question. What color would you throw in a baby shad, Clay?
Monkey milk.
Monkey milk, ding, ding, that's right. We're working on a new color in the baby shad, Tommy. It looks like greasy slime. We're going to call it the baby shad Nate Oates. How you like that?
Oh, man.
We're working on an NIL deal right now, so that's,
You could call it, if you want to say, the Nate Oates Bang Bang.
There you go.
All right, LureNet.com is where you need to go to find those or your local favorite tackle shops everywhere. Bruce, it's great to see you.
I just
and
got
we'll do it
bang
again next Tuesday.
That's pretty good.
All right, Hog Update coming up in just a bit. We're live at Butler Furniture and Mountain Home this morning. Going to hear from Dave Van Horn on the weekend, plus John Calipari and his coach's show last night. Stay with us. It's the Morning Rush.
Streaming live from
HitThatLine.com. Hey, everybody, this is Justin Moore, and you're listening to The Morning Rush. Whoopee.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. Right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER. Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of Beef. Itswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
I went somewhere, they're calling him Billy Goat. Saying, Billy Goat. I go, what?
This is the Morning Rush.
Take your tax refund the extra mile with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle at Rath Auto Resources. We've been working around the clock to beef up our inventory, and we're proud to say this is our best, largest selection of road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles ever. With so many to choose from, price to sell, and back-to-back comprehensive warranty, there's no reason to settle for less. Come see why your friends and neighbors voted us the River Valley's #1 pre-owned car dealer, and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
Basketballs bounce, cheerleaders cheer, and fans are flocking to the paint store in Van Buren. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their color matching. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their help with color selection. The paint store in Van Buren shares their expert advice from 35 years of experience. If you haven't been to the paint store in Van Buren, you are missing out. How about you give them a shout next time you need some real life help you can't get on YouTube?
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Cold weather is tough on equipment. Frozen lines, slow hydraulics, unexpected breakdowns. Winter downtime costs money, but Sharp Equipment keeps your job moving. Get the equipment you need when you need it. Heavy equipment rentals, reliable repairs, and custom hydraulic hoses built fast. From on-site repairs to fast turn hoses and dependable rentals, we keep your projects moving no matter the temperature. Visit 3918 Pointer Trail East in Van Buren or call 479-649-0500. Sharp Equipment, we help you move more than just the world. We keep you moving forward.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Get ready for Mudbug Mayhem, the Crawfish Festival that's a true celebration of community, family, and culture. Join us March 7th at Chaffee Crossing Historic District for Cajun-inspired food, live music, local vendors, and a sizzling crawfish cook-off. Check out the car show, the cornhole contest. There's activities for all ages, and you can make memories with friends and family. Don't miss the fun. Mudbug Mayhem Crawfish Festival, March 7th. It's free to get in. Learn more at mudbugmayhemfest.com.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
Join ESPN Arkansas for the Champions for Children's Give-a-thon, presented by Lindbergh Real Estate Group, Colorworks Paint and Body, and River City Coatings, all month long, with a huge live push on Friday, February 27th. Last year, ESPN Arkansas listeners helped raise over $20,000 for Arkansas Children's Northwest. Every dollar stays local and helps kids and families right here in our community. Go to hitthatline.com, click the Give-a-thon link, and pick your favorite show and give. Let's rally and change lives together.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Gage Wood, no hits him. Allen has a wide open man. It's Childs. He's loose. He scores. Childs, please.
Well, Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
ARKNSAS.
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
Go Hog.
Wait, hold on. If you were a team that scores 62, 65, you're not advancing in that NCAA tournament because you're going to play somebody that could go get 80. The second piece of it is if you really want to advance, you got to be able to hold the other team under what their average is. And if you do that, that's how you start advancing. Because you could play bad, but if you really guard them, all right, so now you win by 6 instead of 20. Who cares? It's just move on to the next game. And so we had to get better defensively, and we are. But we'll see now because we got 6 games that you're talking about a bunch of really good offensive teams.
I think there's some positives that you can take away from these last 3 wins in Arkansas holding down its competition, but it ramps up tomorrow night, guys, at least what you have to do on the defensive end. Alabama's one of the better offenses efficiency-wise in all of college basketball in the SEC too. You got 2 Player of the Year candidates in the conference with Philon and Acuff going at each other, and kind of like Cal said, it ramps up a little bit these next 6 games, the final third of conference schedule.
Last night I was listening a bit as I was driving over to Mountain Home, and he was talking in the context that if you can't score enough points, you're not going to win. He was basically going over a historical view of the tournament and what it takes to advance, and he wrapped it up there with that comment of, hey, if you win by 6 or win by 20, what does it matter? You just want to move on. And so he knows the value of offense, but what he was talking about in all that, Clay, was if you can limit a team under their average by playing good defense, you're probably going to win most games.
Defense had to improve, and it's been my talking point for the last month. And, I keep hearing people talk about different lineups, and you can score more here, you can score more there. Until you got stops from the guard position, and I'm talking about the 2 freshmen, Acuff and Thomas, staying in front of their man. And what's happened in every single flaw in their defense starts with those 2 guards giving up penetration. Mm-hmm. And the great young players don't understand that you rest on offense, not on defense. And if you really want to watch an illustration of that, watch the Oklahoma City Thunder play. Now, I know they've got some guys out right now, but they won the NBA last year because of defense. And that's still, you watch SGA score it, and you think, well, that's how they're winning. No, they stop people, and that was the tenet for Eddie Sutton. It's the tenet for Nolan Richardson, and it pretty much has been for Coach Cal. But yeah, I think, Ty, you've watched enough basketball to understand that the defense had to improve if they're going to go deep in the tournament.
Oh, no question. Clay, you're a man after my own heart after that statement. I did like how Malik had 10 rebounds this past Saturday.
That's part of it.
And he didn't shoot the ball that great. It's not only about that initial stop for Darius and Malik stopping the ball, like you're saying, but you can't allow extra possessions. And we've seen at times this team does that, especially when you play a team like Alabama who's so proficient scoring the basketball. When you go to Gainesville next week and they got the best front court in the country, could not agree more on that take. You're spot on.
Yeah, Loyola Marymount's not going to win this thing this year. You're not going to win a lot of games 120 to 118. Mm-hmm. So, Arkansas can get up and go with some people, but that, as you're saying, Ty, is not the formula.
All right, we're live at Butler Furniture this morning in Mountain Home, and that is your Hog Update.
And Hog Update is brought to you by Arts Barbecue, Burgers, and more. They're back at it today, and Tuesdays are always delicious. Enjoy 2 tender smoked barbecue pork chops. And these are 2 big, thick pork chops, and then 2 sides of your choice. And they've got, low-carb options. This would be a great low-carb lunch because you go green beans and, you go side salad. Or if you just want to go delicious, you go fried okra and mac and cheese. Or anything in between. Baked
mashed
beans,
potatoes and gravy.
You could do that too. So, but these are 2 good-sized pork chops. I tell you, it's hard to find lunch for under $10, but this is $9.99 for 2 pork chops and 2 sides. And I'm going to guess Ty could eat it all, but most of us probably need a to-go box. So, try it out. $9.99 for lunch or dinner today. 2 pork chops, 2 sides, $9.99. The other thing for their sides, half and half. Half hand-cut fries, half onion rings. That's a good option as well.
And then
it's like having 3 sides.
Yeah, then you can have a 3rd side. You'd have the okra.
Yeah,
then I'd be in hog heaven.
Yeah, then we'll take our cholesterol pill. All right, that's at Arts Barbecue, Rogers Avenue, 2 doors east of Lowe's in Fort Smith. My favorite place, Arts Barbecue in Fort Smith.
Perfect.
Be a good Fat Tuesday spot.
I mean, I'm okay with the cholesterol pill as long as you fry them.
Yeah,
okay. Well,
100%.
That's what I was going to say. Let's ask our buddy David Rath of Rath Mitsubishi. David, do we have a final day where we're consuming Fat Tuesday?
Oh, dude, I mean, I don't know, a little bit of everything, whatever's available. I'm a barbecue guy here lately. There's I'm not gonna plug anybody because the no free advertising. There's a barbecue place pretty close to the dealership up here in Springdale I like to hit up. So as much of that as I can get my hands on.
Well, it's a good time to do it again, Fat Tuesday, and it's a good time to stop by and see you in Springdale and in Fort Smith at Wrath Auto Resource. I know the pre-owned inventory stock down there, and you still got those incentives on the Outlanders, David.
Whole lot of cool stuff going on. Both stores are just hopping right now. You know, and in our line of work, mid-February is kind of the start of selling season, and we're feeling it, you know. Great incentives on the new Mitsubishis. We're doing that 0% for 72 months on Outlander. That's the best incentive on the market right now on a great vehicle. So remaining 25s, I've still got a handful of those out here, so there's still good selection. Really good equipment on the ones that are left out here too, so really good. A lot of stuff to pick from. Great stuff coming on the used car side, and they're selling fast. We're having kind of a hard time keeping up with replenishing them. So, you know, buying as hard as we can. Bring your vehicles by here. You know, we've talked about that before. It's been a minute since we mentioned it, but you know, if you want a second opinion, maybe you were selling a vehicle, maybe you're thinking about trading a vehicle in, you want to get a second set of eyes on a fresh bid. I don't miss people on that very often. Really frequently end up outbidding other dealers and stuff like that. So if you got an extra car or you're just thinking about getting something different, whether I'm selling you something or not, we'd love to buy your vehicle as well. And we can do that at both stores, both markets.
That's our guy, David Rath, Rath Mitsubishi and Rath Auto Resources. David, talk to you later in the week.
Take it easy, guys.
All right, when we come back, Morning Rush Daily Question. Tommy's got something cooked up. We are live at Butler Furniture this morning in Mountain Home. If you're in the area, come by and see Clay, Tommy, and the rest of the gang as we continue on here at the Talk of the Town Tuesday.
For a fence that stands out and stands strong, call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
How about Trevin?
This is the Morning Rush.
Take your tax refund the extra mile with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle at Wrath Auto Resources. We've been working around the clock to beef up our inventory, and we're proud to say this is our best, largest selection of road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles ever. With so many to choose from, price to sell, and back-to-back comprehensive warranty, there's no reason to settle for less. Come see why your friends and neighbors voted us the River Valley's #1 pre-owned car dealer, and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Wrath. Wrath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment, or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Being a father doesn't come with a manual, but you don't have to figure it out alone. Invest Fatherhood is a program of Heart to Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center, and our Man Up classes bring dads together. This is a network of fathers building stronger families one step at a time, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. If you're ready to be the dad your kids need, man up, step in, and join the brotherhood. Invest Fatherhood, a Heart to Heart program. Strong fathers change everything. Call Heart to Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center at 479-452-2260 to sign up today.
Wyatt McIntyre sincerely asks for your vote to be Sebastian County Sheriff. Wyatt is Christian, Republican, and pro-Second Amendment. Wyatt believes in faith, family, and communication to keep people safe. 24 years of law enforcement experience, multiple leadership positions at the Sheriff's Office, currently Police Chief of Mansfield, Arkansas, has lived in Sebastian County over half his life. Early voting begins February 17th until Election Day on March 3rd.
This is Wyatt McIntyre, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Wyatt McIntyre.
All right, you're all set with a coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?
It's the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's Powerball with Power Play, Lotto, and a free Natural State Jackpot ticket, all for just $5.
Wait. 3 chances for 3 jackpots for $5? Bundle me up.
Ask for the $5 bundle today. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Arkansas fans, get fired up at Joe's Grill and Cantina, your home for Tex-Mex and Arkansas Game Day. Catch Arkansas basketball games live on our big TV screens. And when you wear your Arkansas gear, score half-price apps and cheap taps. Enjoy complimentary chips and homemade salsa, fresh and made from scratch every day. Don't miss Joe's Mexican-inspired daily specials, fast, friendly service, and the best game day fun in town. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Carpat Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Kristen's Place in Lowell online at carpatsocial.com.
February 17th, 2026. Today is Fat Tuesday. Lent begins. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know all of the ins and outs of this Mardi Gras season as we lead up to Easter. But we know today's about eating. Today's when you load up. So that's the Morning Rush Daily Question. It's Fat Tuesday. Ty, if you got to give something up and you got to stock up today, what is it that you're consuming the most of today to get through the next 40 days or so?
Pizza. Pretty standard, pretty easy. I take a pizza over steak or any fine delicacy. My friends always mock my palate. I don't really care. It tastes good. Pizza. Easy.
Brisket. I think I would go barbecue for sure. And of all the the barbecue delicacies, I probably would go with a good Wagyu brisket. If I was going to have one thing today and just Wagyu brisket would be it. I mean, just go all out, get you something from Snake River Farms or high-end brisket. But any brisket, but a good brisket would be mine. Colton?
I can't really afford good brisket like you or all the pizza in the world like Ty, but I do chug Dr. Pepper like it's water. So probably cut the caffeine out is what I would need to do. But I also would just guzzle as many liters of it as I could today if I was going to give it up, which I'm not. Don't have to.
All right, so that was part 2 of the question here. So now that we've established what we would love to just go hog heaven on, pizza, brisket, and Dr. Pepper. Any of us willing to give that up till Easter?
No.
Till Good Friday?
I'm good. How about the Arkansas basketball team stop giving up?
Do that?
How about they stop giving up offensive rebounds?
Well, that'd be a step in the right. At least till the early part of April. That'd probably carry them.
Could I substitute with like Dr. Pepper Zero or like no caffeine? Would that be okay? Would God frown?
I don't think that's a real sacrifice at that point. So. All right, that's your Morning Rush Daily Question on a Fat Tuesday, and it's brought to you by Cart Path Social.
You can play one of over 1,000 different golf courses at Cart Path Social. Best indoor golf in all of Arkansas. Go to cartpathsocial.com. They've got over 10 TVs. You can watch the Arkansas basketball game tomorrow night. You can watch any basketball game in the coming days, coming weeks, including March Madness. That'll start next month. SEC Tournament. They're going to have the second annual Masters Invitational, which gets going on March the 16th. It's always BYOB at Christian Olson and Nate Gearhand's place. Car Pass Social, 122 Grant Place in Lowell.
Come by and say hi. We're at Butler Furniture in Mountain Home, Highway 5. Great place for anything in any part of your house. Man cave, living room, dining room, bedroom. They've got furniture for every room in the house. Brad, I also want to remind you they got their big March sale coming up in a few weeks, but we're here to just kind of tell you everything they do, plus their design services as well. It's all at Butler Furniture. It's always better at Butler's in Mountain Home.
Nate texting in here in the Loose Automotive Group hotline, giving you a warning, Colton. He said he used to drink Dr. Pepper all day, every day, that he started to get kidney stones.
Nate, how old are you?
And
How
he
much
stopped.
longer do I have?
The stones stopped.
Well,
Be
kidney
careful,
stones
buddy.
can happen anytime.
I don't want those. I've
You're
seen
at a
our
kidney stone?
Our buddy Jamie Holt is here. He works at our Harrison Mountain Home station here. He can tell you more about kidney stones you want to know. And the way they go in and get those out, boys, is not a lot of fun.
No, it's
Don't
they,
they
they
shoot
have
'em?
to enter through
Don't
what's
they
usually an
shoot 'em?
exit-only hole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go up the stovepipe. You don't you don't want any part of that, Colton.
Isn't it like don't they like shoot a laser at it?
What the hell are you talking about?
I thought
shoot a laser?
I thought
Yeah,
they,
no, Ty's actually
Is
right.
that not
I'm
right?
good on it. If
No,
that
Ty's actually right.
They shoot a laser in
Oh
your
my
thing, in
God.
your isn't
Give
that
me
right?
water now.
They go up through the
You want a
plumbing
visual?
and a laser. They use some kind of laser technology to bust them up.
Are there
That's
3
correct.
videos of this? I may have to do some research.
I'm not watching
Yeah.
that. Jeez Louise. One thing we do have
You think it hurts going in? I hear it going out ain't any better.
I heard a groan yesterday coming from the production studio, and so I walked in and asked Colton what the problem was. Well, Robert Duvall passed away at the age of 95.
I'm McCain. I fought in 2 world wars and countless smaller ones on 3 continents. I led thousands of men into battle with everything from horses and swords to artillery and tanks. I've seen the headwaters of the Nile and tribes of natives no white man had ever seen before. I've won and lost a dozen fortunes, killed many men, and loved only one woman with a passion a flea like you could never begin to understand.
Now, besides the whiskey, I think will require a little respect. I'm Captain Augustus McCrae. This is Captain Woodrow F. Call. Now, if you care to turn around, you can see how we looked when we was younger, and the people around here wanted to make us senator. Now, the thing we didn't put up with then was dawdling service. And as you can see, we still don't. Woodrow, you just don't ever get the point, do you? It ain't dying I'm talking about, it's living.
Shame to go forever without taking a taste of something.
You see, I don't trust happiness. I never did, I never will.
So, Ty, have you seen the Lonesome Dove series?
No. I was looking.
It's
Morning Rush homework
fantastic.
for you.
Please.
You have to see Lonesome Dove.
Is it a movie or a
It's a
television
mini
series?
series.
Well,
that's
it's a
in a
mini-series.
movie.
Yeah.
I think it's on HBO. You can find it on streaming somewhere. I'm almost positive. And if not,
You've
I'll
gotta
loan you
watch that.
I'll loan you my DVDs.
So Colton put together this list, and I've seen To Kill a Mockingbird. I've seen clips of the old True Grit.
That was his first movie role, was to kill Boo Radley and To Kill a Mockingbird.
I've watched MASH. I still haven't seen The Godfather.
That's the MASH movie, by the way, not the TV series.
Okay. I haven't seen Apocalypse Now. I've
Days
seen,
of Thunder? Have you seen Days of Thunder?
No. I've seen The Natural. I've seen Secondhand Lions was the initial clip, and this is an older. It was 2000.
Four Christmas. He was in Four Christmases too,
which is
but
funny.
Lonesome Dove for me would probably be Robert Duvall's, number one for me. But it's probably I don't have the same list as others. But Days of Thunder, where he was the Cold Trickle's crew chief, for Tom Cruise was kind of the star of that movie, but he was really good in that role too. So I mean, there's a lot of great ones. But
you mentioned
95 years old.
Yeah, you mentioned that Days of Thunder. One of the reasons why that movie is so good is because there's so many scenes that only Robert Duvall could pull off, where he's sitting there talking to that car, telling him to protect Cole throughout the race. There's only a few actors in the world that could have ever done that. I put this note on here. The American Film list of top 100 movies of all time, Robert Duvall is in 6 of them, which is the most of any actor. And it's a career that spans nearly 5 decades. When I was a younger person and I had, bright-eyed dreams and things like that, I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to do things that Robert Duvall did, and he was one of those people that I always saw in so many movies that would just seamlessly, in a chameleon-like way, just blend into whatever role he was. And this list of stuff, these are some of the most iconic movies.
What were the
in history.
6 in the top 100?
So that would be The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2.
Okay.
And then also he plays in Apocalypse Now, To Kill a Mockingbird, MASH, which was the movie that then spun off on the series that went on forever, and then Network. So those are the 6 movies on the top 100 list that Robert Duvall is in, which is the most of any actor.
Four Christmases didn't make that list?
No, which is a shame because it's one of the most underrated holiday movies ever.
Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon,
Tim McGraw,
John Favreau.
John Favreau in that house, hilarious.
Bill also chimes in like y'all did. The Lonesome Dove series is a must.
And also, if either of y'all ever seen 7 Days in Utopia?
I have not.
Both of you should watch that movie. It is one of the most underrated sports movies of all time, and it would definitely go up on your list of golf movies. So it is a fantastic one to watch. 7 Days in Utopia. He plays a golf instructor in that movie. Fantastic.
JT says Days of Thunders is hilarious. He says a lot of things. Ryan in Prairie Grove says a quote via text that I can't read on the airwaves, but he knows him.
Must be from Lonesome Dove.
Yeah, biscuits.
What he was
bleep,
asking
baby.
for in Lonesome Dove quite often.
Captain Texas Ranger Augustus McCrae. He says.
Yes, sir.
Red also agrees with you, Colton. 7 Days in Utopia is amazing.
Great movie. And also, he was also in the 2005 smash hit Kicking and Screaming, which I can quote the entirety of from start to finish.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic
That's
movie.
a
With Mike Ditka.
when he's Will Ferrell's father, like you said, Mike Ditka's neighbor.
That's Buck Weston, Ty. And he's got balls.
That is actually the first introduction I believe I had to Robert Duvall. Actually, no, Secondhand Lines would have been the first. And then as I grew older and was allowed to watch more movies that he was in, like The Natural, To Kill a Mockingbird, and others, I was introduced to some of his older films.
7 Days in Utopia, because I want to watch this.
7 Days in Utopia. It's from 2011. It's not the greatest quality of film compared to all of his other ones, but there are some notable names in it as well as him. It's a golf movie. Tommy, you would really like it.
Clay Henry, who was with us earlier and he had to leave and head out to go fish, says it's awesome. So that may be my evening tonight around basketball.
You trust Clay's opinion and not mine?
Yeah, well, hey, it's just another endorsement's what it is.
Jacob says he liked The Apostle. That's the movie that he enjoyed.
That's a movie that he produced and financed 100% on his
Okay.
own and got an Oscar nomination for with Billy Bob Thornton. Fantastic movie.
Oh, I've seen a clip. I watched a clip from that yesterday. I watched a clip from that.
Hey, if you haven't downloaded the Hit That Line Now app, it's powered by Taco Bell. If you're craving something cheesy, saucy, or crunchy, Taco Bell has you covered. It's the Hit That Line Now app, and it's powered by Taco Bell.
You can listen to the Arkansas basketball game tonight. Tommy, you mentioned the importance of that game. I mean, right now, Joe Lunardi has Alabama in his top 16. In fact, the Final Four seed. This is like a seed line game. And when I say by that, if Arkansas and Alabama are close in the rankings when it comes to whether it's net, AP, everything else, and Alabama has that win on their resume when competing against you for a better NCAA tournament spot, they could go above you. You don't want that. You'd like to have that. It depends on where you ended up in the conference standings. I know the Razorbacks have a tough 6-game stretch down these next final games, but man, you'd sure like to have this one tomorrow night.
No, and we've been talking about splitting Florida and Bama. If you can find a way to do that, and this seems the more reasonable path to do that, it sure gives you a leg up on being in one of those double buys. Because at the end of it, I don't think anyone's really going to be able to chase down Florida with their schedule. They got the Razorbacks left. They got Kentucky one more time. They got 4 very winnable games in their final 6. They're going to be hard to track down and remove the 1 or 2 seed from them. I think a lot. Everyone else in the league that's between 2 and 8 right now playing for second place. But second, third, or fourth, you take any of them. Second and third, there's not a ton of difference. So that's kind of where you want to be, as second or third in this conference. Reasonably, I understand you win out, you win it all. I get that. But that's not ultimately that's not the trophy you want to hoist.
You said it yesterday, and I agreed with you. I don't want to be on like this 10-game winning streak heading into the NCAA tournament. Yeah, I'd rather have a loss or two staying on the resume and then get ready for March.
Hey, it's Taco Tuesday at Joe's Grill and Cantina on South 74th Street across from Harps. $1 tacos all day, and we're mentioning the game tomorrow night. You can go there for half-price apps and cheap taps during the game. So great deals on your cold favorites on draft, and all the appetizers at half price. Wear your hog gear. Call the Hogs with your with your favorite people there at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Half-price apps and taps during the game tomorrow night, and it's an early one for Wednesday standards.
Woo-hoo!
So go by and do that. Joe's Grill and Cantina, and it's $1 tacos today on a Taco Tuesday. We're at Butler Furniture, Highway 5 and Mountain Home. It's always better at Butler's. Come by and see us for any part of your home. They got a great selection of furniture at Butler's in Mountain Home.
Stars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices like ping pong right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER. Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of Beef. Itswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Listen up, crappie anglers. When it comes to crappie fishing, there's only one baby shad. The original baby shad, crappie fishing's #1 selling bait. Featuring a sleek back, streamlined belly, and quivering tail, that bait just won't stop moving, no matter the temps, no matter the conditions. Built for dead sticking and action-based techniques also, the original baby shad gets right to the point, catching slabs and filling freezers. Bobby Garland Crappie Baits, the leader in crappie fishing innovation.
This is the Morning Rush.
With 10 extravagant indulgences for $3 or less, Taco Bell's new Lutz value menu makes you feel Lutz. As their official Lutziers, I help when it makes you feel too Lutz. Like when you eat the delectable new mini taco salad, you don't need a mini taco salad fork. The fork that comes with the bag is fine. Just like the beefy potato loaded griller isn't bruleed, it's grilled. Just as good though. Try Taco Bell's new Lutz value menu for $3 or less today. At participating Taco Bell stores while supplies last. Price of participation varies. Tax extra.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Enclaves at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. That's $4,000 off and 4.9% financing for up to 84 months on this luxurious third-row SUV. Or drive the brand-new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover, for as low as $399 per month. These are limited-time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, or online at harryrobinson.com.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
Is it time for you to finally get the barn, hunting lodge, barn dominium, or garage you always wanted? Sutherland's is here to help. Hi, this is Jeremy, sales manager at Sutherland's. When you choose to work with us, you can expect top quality, expertise, and peace of mind, knowing that Sutherland's will do whatever it takes to get the building you've always wanted. For a free quote, call 1-800-66-BARNS. Free estimates at Sutherland's.com. For over 100 years, Sutherland's has been helping folks build it better. No matter the project, we're here to help. Because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
Hello, this is Ken Blevins, candidate for Sebastian County Judge, and I'm asking for your vote in the primary election on March 3rd. I am a proud University of Arkansas alumni, a Christian, and proud supporter of the NRA. I have proudly served Fort Smith as circuit clerk, earning a reputation for fairness and honesty. I respect those things that make us different and believe that every voice matters. I believe in transparency, accountability, and making sure you know exactly where your tax dollars go. Ken Blevins, working for you for Sebastian County on day one.
This ad paid for by the campaign to elect Ken Blevins.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, we will see more clouds and sunshine. Our high temperatures this afternoon will be in the upper 60s to near 70. Cloud cover sticks around tonight, and overnight low will drop down into the mid to upper 50s, and sunny skies back in the 70s on Wednesday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936.
KERX Paris Fort Smith, broadcasting live from the Busch Light Studios. This is the Morning Rush.
Turn. Okay. Turn. I don't think we can turn anymore. Just don't think it's gonna fit. Oh yeah, well, come on. Up. Yes. Here we go. Pivot.
For work, what do you do? I'm a stockbroker. Stockbroker? Yeah. Children's furniture. Oh, good for you. It's all right.
What can I do for you, sir?
Well, sir, it's this rug I have. It really tied the room together.
We think it would be very prudent. Can we turn our beds into bunk beds? Yes.
Why are you guys so sweaty?
All right, we've already figured out how to do this. The beds match up perfectly. And here's the thing, it'll give us so much extra space in our room to do activities.
I thought Jerry didn't want that couch because of the stain.
What stain?
Oh, you didn't notice? It has a pea stick.
You had me sleeping on a pea-stained couch? No. The cushion was turned on.
With the very idea, you had me lying in urine.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Busch. Produced by Colton Little with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is the Morning Rush.
Hour number 2 of the Morning Rush. Tom Murphy, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette is going to join us. We're going to get to Kevin and Roger's call. Have you settled up with Brad yet? Do we have the items ready to go? Do you got them in the vehicle?
They won't fit in the vehicle. Can you drive up here today and help me?
I won't be able to do that, but I'll tell you what. You go rent a trailer. I'm sure there's a trailer nearby in Mountain Home. And then
can you bring it back? If I rent one, will you bring it back?
No, we'll ship it. We'll ship it back.
You can't. How are you going to ship a trailer?
We'll latch it on to someone else that's going up to Mountain Home.
So you just want all the benefits and do none of the work?
Yes, 100%. I thought we were pretty clear on that.
That tells everybody. That confirms a lot of what we already knew right there. So,
well, in certain situations, I'm just going to completely take the benefits and do nothing to help out with those. In this situation,
Colton, would you come help me?
If you were actually going to get another chair for that production room and you needed help, I would do it because I'm a team player and I'm just doing.
I would just think out of the kindness of your own heart, being that we have so many staff members that work hard here at ESPN Arkansas for the betterment of someone's back. You don't want them to get scoliosis amongst other things.
How am I supposed to hold my kid? The rest of my life,
man.
Scoliosis. That's the concern this morning.
Well, not for me, but
I don't think you can. I don't think it's contagious, Ty. I really don't think scoliosis is contagious.
I didn't say it was contagious. I just said that Colton might get it.
I don't think
his back is messed up.
I don't think you can get scoliosis from a chair. I'll let me get on AI. Let me do a little Google research, but I'm not sure scoliosis is something that you're going to get at work.
He's going to have some sort of back issue because he doesn't have a proper chair.
You're going to see me ringing the bells at Notre Dame. I mean, it's bad.
So
that's a hunchback.
Hey, we are at Butler Furniture. If you do need a chair, they've got one for basically every room in the house. So they get some of these guys. Have you seen these massage chairs? You get in and you just kind of sink down in them. and then it's got a remote control, and then it goes to work on you. And it's not just a little old, Nancy massage. I mean, it gets on you. I mean, it's working on those muscles. So you got a couple of those in here that would go great. I'm just looking around leather furniture, fabrics, and they've got a design center where you can kind of choose what you want. So a lot to choose from. And they're going to have a big sale coming up next month. So be sure and get by, whether it's living room, bedroom, dining room, or the man cave. They've got it for you here at Butler Furniture, Highway 5 and Mountain Home. Swing by and say hi. We'll be here for another hour or so. And remember, it's always better at Butler's. We're in the midst of it right now with the Arkansas Children's Hospital trying to raise money. Here's what we need our loyal listeners to the Morning Rush to do, Ty. We need them to go to hitthatline.com, and you'll see on there the link for the Give-a-thon. Click on that and donate whatever you can to Arkansas Children's Northwest. It's such a valuable part of our community. Whether you live in Fort Smith in the River Valley area or you're in Northwest Arkansas, Harrison and Mountain Home, isn't it comforting to know for your kids and your grandkids that Arkansas Children's is nearby? And we're helping this month raise money. It's presented by the Lindbergh Real Estate Group, the #1 real estate team in Arkansas. If you've ever thought about buying or selling, go to lindberghteam.com. We also want to thank ColorWorks, Paint and Body in Barling, River City Coatings in Van Buren. They've got you covered, and several other amazing businesses that have stepped up and helping us raise money. And part of what they're doing is a donation, all three of those businesses, to Arkansas Children's Northwest. So just go to the Give-a-thon link at hitthatline.com. Donate what you can this month to Arkansas Children's Northwest. That's hitthatline.com.
Let's talk to Kevin in Rogers. Kevin, go ahead. Good morning.
Get me in, Tommy, Ty, Colton. Hope y'all are having a great day. Appreciate we really appreciate you guys being on every day.
Thank you, Kevin.
It's always a great conversation. Hey, first of all, before I have a question about the game, Colton's right. 7 Days in Utopia, I've probably seen it a dozen times. I mean, it's a really good golf movie. I don't know that there's many better, but there's not a lot of great golf. Yeah, I believe KJ Choi Colton's in it, and Lucas Black from Friday Night Live.
Those are, yes, they are.
Yeah, so it's a really good movie, and it's one of the few golf movies that you can relate to as a regular, just an average golfer. Really, the things that happen in life and everything. So I think y'all would really enjoy it. Ty'd really like it. So make sure you get a chance. I think it may be on Disney. I'm not sure.
I'm looking on Netflix here, and I don't see it, so I'm gonna look on some of the other apps. So
yeah, but anyway, didn't get as much time yesterday. I believe this game tomorrow night. I mean, it is a big game. It's a big game for me because, well, I got relatives down there, and of course, and I'd like to see them win a game on the road. Even though at this point of the season, you're pretty much, you're almost done with conference road games. But I'd like to see them win one in a hostile environment. I really would. I mean, they haven't done that. I mean, the games we've won on the road, those were in hostile environments. The ones that we did, lose in, they were. I mean, Kentucky game was at home, but I'd really like to see them. I believe this game's going to be won on the perimeter. I mean, with Alabama, we know what they're going to bring. I mean, it's probably the best three-guard lineup that we'll face all year. I don't know that anybody can compete with us from the guard position like they can. So I believe, I know that rebounding is going to be very important. They've got a big guy, 7-footer. But that three-headed monsters, I mean, if they get in the teens or more in making threes, it's going to be a long night, I have a feeling. But they have shown times to struggle shooting the ball. I mean, because they're going to shoot 35 to 43s. You can write it down. Just wanted to get your all's opinion on that, and y'all have a great day. That's it.
Kevin, thank you.
By the way, 7 Days in Utopia is available on Prime, so not Netflix. So
you're not
free on Prime. It'd be a Prime membership.
It's available.
Yeah, and Tubi as well. Kevin, to your threes points, you got Holloway, Reitzel, and then the A1 guy, which is Phylon. The Holloway's the kid that transferred from Auburn 2 years ago. Reitzel, the kid that was injured that came back, and Phylon's basically competing, I mean, with Darius for the player of the year, because I think Florida's too spread out. I think those are your two SEC player of the year candidates, and Hall stuff, disciplinary issues, I think he's next. So what you can't do, and Cal's talked about this, it's like you can't get three happy. He gets mad at his team the other day because they shoot 3 triples in the first 4 possessions. Alabama, like Kevin said, is going to go and shoot 35 to 43s. You don't have to match that. You have to play your game. You got to try and get those paint touches that Arkansas is really good at. Try and get the 50-plus points. They're going to knock down threes. They're going to get out in transition. You just have to play your game. That is so important in tomorrow night's matchup.
Keep taking the shots that you make at a 50% clip. The paint touches you're talking about. Let Alabama take those shots that they're making at a 25, 30%. I don't know what their season number is, but you're not going to make half of your three-point baskets. So just, there may be stretches, and hopefully there's not one at the end where they get hot. You got to defend, and that's the other thing. You got to get out of the paint to defend as well, and you got to extend the defense. I think that's sometimes where Arkansas fails defensively is they don't extend the defense enough in the half court.
Before we check in with Tom, I think what tomorrow night, I'm curious if Carter winds up on the availability report, being that he didn't finish the end of last game. It's like tomorrow, the first night, we see them go small. And by small, I mean TB at the 5, Carter, Billy at the 4, the other at the 3, Malik at the 2, and Darius at the 1. Like, if we see that tomorrow, you can maybe do that. You can't do that against Florida. You can maybe get away with doing that against Alabama, but I think that's something to maybe watch out for tomorrow night if we see either a new starting lineup or a new lineup that he finishes with late in the game, depending on how the game is progressing. All right, let's talk about
it's about the stages where you play guys because any available.
Yeah, just from a a continuity standpoint, who's on the floor at the same time. All right, let's talk to our friend Tom Murphy here on the Morning Rush.
We got something called beef. B-E-E-F.
This hour of the Morning Rush is presented by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Tom,
let's just keep it right there, man. Alabama tomorrow night. This is a game where the Crimson Tide have won 4 straight. Arkansas's won 2 or 3 straight. What's your initial read on the Crimson Tide and Razorbacks tomorrow night in Coleman at 6?
Hey, good morning, guys. I do want to ask you about whether the connection's strong enough. It's kind of coming in and out for me, and I hope you can hear me cleanly.
Can right now. Don't move. Don't move.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I remember being at some games in Coleman in recent years. Like, there was one Antoine Bell, I think, got a shot to win a game late, or maybe I'm thinking of a Georgia game. But anyway, they just missed on beating them. And then I was at a game recently where they did beat Bama on the road in a big upset. It's a tough venue, and when they're shooting threes well, and Philon and Reichel are really directing the traffic, and where they really hurt you is they're really good dribble drivers, and when they do, they'll go to the hole on you. But if you cut that off, there's usually somebody out on the wing open. So they're a tough team to defend. Arkansas is obviously going to have to be really strong inside the paint, which is where it's all going to start. And then have to be aware of the threats from the three-point line, which is, what makes Alabama so dangerous.
So Carter and DJ go down, and they're out for a couple games. They only play a combined 12 minutes in this last game. What's been the biggest, success story out of guys stepping up? Is it Billy, Isaiah? Or do you look and say, man, this guy really stepped up in the absence of those 2 veterans?
So I think the gist of your question was who are the success stories or key guys for this game? And Richmond's last game with 24 points is the way the aggressiveness with which he goes to the hole. I think he's improved his handles from last year because it seemed like sometimes it was a little reckless when he went in, and sometimes he's doing it without the ball, which I think is a bigger plus for Arkansas because the guys know how high he can jump. If they deliver a pass on time, it's a nice lob dunk. So I just think his role continuing to expand is great, talking about Richmond. And then you saw Wagner do some good things in his first game back last time. If you're asking me about availability, obviously it would seem like Wagner with his ankle is okay, but with Knox re-injuring the knee, and unfortunately in a position where he just slips, it's not like a contact thing, hurts them. And so I think trying to get him back a lot closer to 100% makes a lot more sense because you want him in the long term, and they're playing pretty well. And I know the quality of competition hasn't been that strong in recent games, But I think waiting till he's back super healthy or, a lot healthier would make more sense.
Phylon and Acuff are the studs in this game tomorrow night from a scoring perspective. Phylon's the leading scorer in the league, and I think Acuff's third right now in the league game points per game. How does each head coach, how does each team approach defensively those assignments, in your opinion?
Yep, that's a great question because people are going to more and more try to slow Acuff, but his game is strong enough where even if they're trapping him and things like that, well, if you start trapping him like as some of the teams did, he'll pass out of that and then obviously create, an outnumbered situation moving forward. But even when guys are trying to trap, he's been able to dribble out of it and get to the hole. That's what makes Acuff such a strong offensive force. But I think having guys like Thomas who can shoot it well, and I think when it really gets down to it, when you get toward the postseason, his three-point shooting is going to come into play more and more because he's been a really good three-point shooter. They haven't needed it in the last couple of games, but I think that's going to be key. And then, for LeBaron Phylon, Arkansas has got to try to cut off his dribble driving, and is Acuff the man to do it? That's the question, because his defense is not as strong right now. It's gotten better, I think, but his defense is not to the same point, the level of sophistication that his offense is. And if Phylon's breaking you down with the dribble, it's just going to create many more other things, and Alabama's shooting percentage will go up and things like that. So how they defend Phylon, who they choose to do it with, because he and Reitzel, to me, their games are similar. They want to drive it to the hole, and they get a lot of and ones. They get a lot of stuff in the paint. And so if the big men have to come off the guards because there's blow-bys, obviously it creates more pressure on your defense. So to me, that's a great question for this game, Tommy. What team is more successful at stopping penetration by Acuff, Phylon, and Reitzel, and add Thomas into that mix? Yeah, because I think the one who's more successful will have a better chance to win.
And I would say just watching a lot of games in the league, this league has been pretty consistent with the officiating of not penalizing legal defenders on these dribble drives if the defender's in a legal position. I think that is so key tomorrow night when those two guys drive the hole. That how particularly when Arkansas is on the defensive end, there's a couple players you can't live without, and Trevin Brazil's a rim protector for you at times. You hope it's a game he can be in legal position and he gets rewarded for those stops when he creates them.
Yeah, how the game is officiated is going to play a big role. Arkansas has done pretty well. I mean, Pringle has gotten in foul trouble some. I want to say Richmond's gotten in foul trouble some. But the big men do have to hold their spots, and I think on the whole, I've not had a lot of trouble with the officiating on this season. The one thing that we're not seeing called at all, and I'm going off on a different tangent here, is 3 seconds. I'm not sure if I've seen it called at all, Tommy, this year.
They're very consistent,
anyway,
then I'd say. So,
what's that?
I'd say they are consistent then on that.
Yeah. So Brazil's got to stay out of foul trouble. Brazil's got to defend without fouling. And he's done a really good job. His shot blocking in recent games, I know he's only, 6'10", but boy, with his wingspan, he defends like a 7-footer. So I think between those two guys and Ewan, they've got some pretty good rim protection. And the fact that Bediako obviously will not be playing in this game plays a role because Alabama just won't be as deep, and I can't. If the kid's name is Sellers or Summers or something like that, the big guy they have, he's got some skill about him too.
Tom Murphy with the Soul Hawk Sports Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Tom, coordinators, head coach Ryan Silverfield with you and the rest of the media today. Anything you've got ready to talk with him about, or the guys that we hadn't necessarily spoken as much with to this point?
Right. Yeah, it's going to be some interesting, getting to know the personalities of Tim Cramsey, Roberts, and Chad Lunsford, the special teams coordinator, and, trying to get a read on their philosophies. And, did you recruit well enough in the portal for Arkansas to be a better defensive team. To me, that's one of the biggest things that will come out of this is there more personnel and more quality personnel on the defensive front? Because I think we all understand and feared that going into the season that would come into play. Are there people who can help Quincy Rhodes be a better pass rusher because they have to pay more attention to them? I think the fact that Cam Ball and Ian Gaffard, there wasn't a whole lot of backup at tackle, was a huge factor in last season's results.
Tom, last question before we let you go. Is there an indication, you're talking about the defensive line, Hobby's going to Indianapolis, defensive line coach. Is there an indication that Silverfield's just going to hire within or go outside and elsewhere to fill that position?
I'm hoping they wind up with someone who has not only SEC ties but Arkansas ties, and maybe that's what we'll see. But I'm not certain what direction he's going to go. But I think he had a conversation with Christina Long, and we ran some of that today on our site, that it makes sense because you have so much population on the offensive line. It's the biggest position group on the team, and the defensive line, which is maybe the second most, that in the secondary, that to have two coaches on those spots is a smart thing. I mean, you can do inside guys on defense and outside guys. You can do interior linemen and then the tackles and tight ends, working with Morgan Turner. So that makes sense, and I like the idea of having two D-line coaches. And so we'll probably get to talk to Roberts about his philosophy and Ryan Silverfield about their philosophies on two guys and what their responsibilities are and break it down. I think the more, because fans appear to be more disassociated from the players now because of the massive influx, the portal and all that the more you can show the human side and the more you can reach out and touch your fan bases, the more important it is, because that's what I hear a lot from Arkansas fans. They don't get to feel like they know the players well enough, and the coaches aren't as accessible. And they're doing a good job, I think, so far of getting Ryan Silverfield out in front of the public. And so this will be the first real chance to meet and greet with the coordinators, and it's very welcome.
Tom, we'll leave it there, man. Good stuff. We'll chat with you later this week on Thursday.
Sounds good, guys. Enjoyed it.
All right, Tom Murphy with us Tuesdays and Thursdays. Today's chat brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Few things in life are better than just showing up for your friends and your family. Whether you show up today or tomorrow, this weekend, it never hurts to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish along. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at Beef. It's whatsfordinner.com. It's brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council and courtesy of Beef. It's whatsfordinner.com.
So Arkansas took down Tarleton State 3-1. Yet Tarleton State 3-1 yesterday. I got a chance to listen to Dave Van Horn after the game, discuss it about Hogby. Tommy, you were talking about the freshman pitching. Well, you saw a lot of guys yesterday, including Lee.
Really good to come down here and get to pitch pretty much everybody. A couple didn't get on the mound, but pitch a lot of guys, especially get those freshmen a chance to pitch and then pitch on the road. Sometimes that doesn't happen, and until maybe conference play. You never know, depending on the schedule. But gaining that experience and then seeing what we need to work on, which obviously we've got to have a lot better approach at the plate. I mean, we got to cut down our strikeout. When you put the bat on the ball, things happen. Like they throw balls away, they boot balls, and we got some guys that can run, steal some base. We got to get them on base.
Tommy, it's 3-0. Thought the game was going to be a run rule, and then just never got to that point. I think it was all the runs were in the first inning, and then just nothing after that.
Let's go to our baseball expert correspondent, Scott Tabor, who just happened to stop by Butler Furniture. What perfect timing. Tell us what Dave just said.
Well, first of all, I come over here to buy a couch, and there you are.
Yeah.
Plucked up here all nice.
I'll get up if you want to buy the one we're sitting on. 3-1. What did Dave just tell us there?
Well, the early in the season games are all for finding out what you really have. Do you have what you thought you have or what you're projected to have, or what's, if you're as good as you look on paper? The game's a fickle game. Every team, because of the portal, every team has some studs.
Yeah.
Tarleton State, they've got some good players. They brought them in from all over the country.
You were at Norm's Hall of Fame induction in Kansas City. Can you hang around a minute and tell us about that in the next segment for a minute or two after our SEC update?
You bet.
All right, we'll do that. Scott Tabor, I mean, I hope the traffic can handle it here at Butler Furniture. He's here on a very surprise appearance, and we have our baseball expert on site with us.
Absolutely. That's
So,
all I'm doing.
So there you go. I'm looking forward. You going over this weekend for Xavier? No. All right. So I'm looking forward. I think you're going to have some good crowds this weekend. I wish this weather, Ty, we're going to have the next day or two, where it's like 70 degrees.
Yeah.
Would hold out for the weekend, but it's going to fizzle out before we get to the weekend. Hey, speaking of the weekend, lots of sports coming up, and, of course, college basketball front and center as well. The Oakland Sports app has everything there from college to the NBA that's now past the All-Star break. Hockey, soccer, tennis. Would you believe table tennis is one of their more wagered-on items? It is with the Oakland Sports app. New customers can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. There's a 10% profit boost for new and existing customers, and three-leg parlays will qualify you for that 10% profit boost. Find out more with the Oakland Sports app. Download it now in the Apple app or Google Play Store. Arkansas's best sports betting app is with Oakland Sports.
When we return, we'll look at some SEC basketball action tonight. Stay with us. It is the Morning Rush live from Butler Furniture in Mountain Home.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive hotline at 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive, serving drivers since 1946 and built on a tradition of trust.
And I got to figure out, excuse my French.
This is the Morning Rush.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
Winter's here, and as the temperature drops, energy use can go up. That means so can your bills. At Arkansas Oklahoma Gas, we know managing energy costs isn't always simple, and we're here to help. We offer practical energy-saving tips, convenient payment options, and connections to assistance programs to help you through the season. Whether you're planning ahead or looking for extra support, our team is ready to help you explore your options. Learn more at aogc.com/winter.
The Solid Rock has been locally owned for over 46 years. When was the last time you were there? So much more than a bookstore. They have Christian t-shirts, church supplies, Bible studies, devotionals, home decor, gifts, and of course, a large selection of Bibles. And Bibles are engraved free of charge while you wait. Now, you can get custom laser engraving on select gift items and some Bibles. Located next to Sam's Club on South 74th, The Solid Rock is your source for faith-based books, music, clothing, and more. The Solid Rock, 452-4844.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season. I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off. Or take 5.9% financing for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2026 GMC Canyon for as low as $399 a month with approved credit. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight. We're about the toughest there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally it's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
You know, if I could paint myself yellow, put 3 strings of hair on top of my head, as a bald guy, I'd be Homer Simpson. So I want to be Homer Simpson. And I'm going to be the Arkansas Razorbacks. Darius A. Cuff Jr. Darius A. Cuff Jr. And I'm saying this right here. Now, this is what I'm telling you. The 4 I'm picking is Final 4 already. Darius A. Cuff Jr. is a guy, man, that I Stephon Marbury comes to mind immediately.
That was former Tennessee Volunteer and current SEC Network analyst Ron Slay picking Arkansas in the Final 4. If I gave you the choice of the Florida Gators, Kentucky Wildcats, or the Arkansas Razorbacks, you only pick one to make the Final 4, who are you taking?
Ooh, I mean, it'd be hard not to say Florida with their front line, but if you're only going to give me those 3, I mean, I know you want me to say Arkansas, but it'd be hard not to say Florida.
The answer is Florida, because the issue with Florida, so they have those 6 non-conference losses, I think is what it is. Maybe it's 6 total losses now, but they are in a situation where their backcourt's finally figured out. Like Xavier Lee just won the SEC Player of the Week, I think, for the 4th time this season. Darius has yet to win one, which makes sense. Wins the SEC Freshman of the Week for a record-setting 7th time. But that's the issue with Florida today you have to deal with. They always had a great front court, but now him and Boogie are starting to work it out. And they got that Clavkier kid and a couple other guys that are starting to round into form. That's the difficulty that Georgia's going to face. I think it's Georgia tonight. And then other teams are going to be, I'd say Georgia, South Carolina. They're going to get drilled in Gainesville. And that's what you have to face this next week is a complete basketball team.
Yeah. So they're more complete. I just think it'd be harder for the way to win 6 in a row to start the tournament. It's hard for anybody. But if Arkansas can figure it out defensively, they've got enough. They just got to consistently put it together for 3 weeks in a row.
Other games tonight, Georgia takes on Kentucky. That's 8 o'clock on ESPN and Rupp. LSU against Texas. Longhorns have won 4 straight. It's 8 o'clock on the SEC Network. I saw LSU got a patch sponsor for their jerseys, Woodside Energy. Still haven't heard anything, Tommy, about stadium rights, any patch stuff like that. I mean, we're going to have something for football season. I know it's February the 17th. Is there going to be a sponsor to help out Razorback Stadium this fall?
I mean, if you know something I don't, you know something I don't. If you do, I have an answer to that. So clearly they haven't been able to find someone to pay the price they want for the stadium naming rights. All right, that's your SEC updates brought to you by The Fence Man. 782-3936 is the number. TheFenceManAR.com is the place to see all of their work and examples of their work that's available on there. TheFenceManAR.com, or again, 782-3936, The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. Last week was the College Baseball Hall of Fame banquet. Scott Tabor just stopped by to see us here at Butler Furniture. You went to the banquet where Norm was inducted in the Hall of Fame. Just a couple minutes here real quick before we got to run. What was it like? And I know that, you played for Norm in what would be considered the early days back in the 70s when he, took over the program in 1970.
Yeah, got there in 70. Fall of 78. 79 was our first World Series team. It was a ragtag bunch of guys that just everything came together. We got some pitching, we had some great hitting, we had fantastic defense, and just a grit that there was you're never out of a game. Had some future pro players on there and didn't even know it. And the gathering of players at the convention or at the induction ceremony was fantastic. You had some guys from 1970, one guy that was on his first team, all the way up to up till 02 when he got out, and just the stories. Everybody sat around and told stories. The happy hour for an hour and a half before the dinner. And
Norm have any beer?
I was going to say yes or no.
I played golf. I played golf with Norm.
He's still scared of
I'm telling you. I played golf with Norm in an 8 a.m. Shotgun start. Norm had a cold one before we started it. He's from Wisconsin. He's not afraid.
I tell you,
he's not scared of a beer.
No, they had a place from Wisconsin, for God's sake. They had that for breakfast.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a banquet the night before.
Yeah.
And then he had meetings and interviews and players showing up. We all showed up. A lot of us showed up for lunch and sat around and told stories, took pictures, and it was really, really a neat experience hearing some stories. It's the same story told through different eyes. You had some young players and you had some old players, and it was pretty cool.
There's a fine balance in coaching, and we had Al Diller on 2 weeks ago. Scott, I don't know if you heard that interview, but the players were scared of him. And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think there's a certain degree of that when you used to play for him. But at the same time, you wanted to run through a wall for him back in the day.
Well, that's exactly right. Your best coaches are the guys that are hardest on you, and there needs to be a fear. It's kind of a parenting thing. There needs to be a little fear factor in there. Get your bluff in early and
fear the rod,
not know
right?
What's going to happen? Yeah, you screw up, you're going to run. You're going to get thrown up against a wall. I didn't say that. Maybe so. But then again, he put his arm around you later on, and tell you, keep working, keep going, and we're good.
Have you guys heard Cal's first story meeting Norm DeBryan?
No.
Okay, it's worth a listen.
Coach DeBryan went into the Baseball Hall of Fame this weekend. How about that? He's a good Catholic and a good friend. You know where I met him the first time? At the dump. I was trying to find where to throw things, and I go. And then he told me there's one by the baseball stadium that you could go to because the stuff I had, I couldn't throw the dump that we were at. But what a good man. What a good man.
All places, the dump, guys.
The dump.
Yeah.
The dump.
Well, they obviously share Catholicism and a love for the Catholic Church together, but two guys that are both in their respective Hall of Fames there. So
pretty amazing the coaching staff that's been assembled there. You have future Hall of Famers. Van Horn is going to be in. He's going to be in sooner than later. And it's our track coaches. It seems like every track coach is going to end up being in.
Hey, we got a minute or so here. Thoughts on this year's team? I know it's early. We're 4 games in, but what do you think?
Pitching is always ahead of hitting. We talk about this every year. Pitching is always ahead of hitting early in the season because pitching doesn't change much. Hitters have to see a lot of pitches to start getting their timing and recognizing breaking pitches, and they see it from their own teammates a lot. But when it comes from somebody else's arm in a different uniform, it's just a little bit different. So everything will catch up, I think, on that end.
All right. So looking forward to seeing you at the ballpark. Let's have you on a little more this year, and we can talk some baseball
absolutely.
As the season goes on. Scott Tabor, what else do you say? The Hall of Famer himself.
Yeah, not yet. No.
Yeah. Hall of Honor.
Hopefully, Hall of Honor.
Hall of Honor. Close enough. All right, Scott Tabor, thanks for stopping by. Former Razorback Scott Tabor here with us. We're at Butler Furniture in Mountain Home. We're going to talk to Nick coming up here in a few minutes about everything going on at Butler. Don't forget the Bet Saracen app. It's there available for you for NBA basketball, college basketball, and more. It's the Bet Saracen app, the official sports betting app here on the Morning Rush. We're not far from Gaston's White River Resort. At Gaston's, they are getting ready for spring, which is still a little bit of ways, but they got the winter rates right now that are in effect, and you can enjoy those at Gaston's. I'm going to go over and see Clint next day or two and just check in, maybe have some lunch over there at Gaston's. Great spot to just kick back, watch the river. Been some great fish come out of that river lately, and you don't want to miss a chance to go. Spring break coming up. birthdays, anniversaries, all these things that are just around the corner. And Gaston's has the perfect lodge or cabin for you to enjoy a great weekend away at Gaston's. Winter rates for a couple more months, but you can save now with a phone call to Gaston's White River Resort. 870-431-5202. Ask about a guided fishing trip while you're there as well. Gaston's White River Resort, a first-class time every time.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Hotline at 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive, serving drivers since 1946 and built on a tradition of trust.
So I'm hearing all about this AI stuff.
This is the Morning Rush.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Bush Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
All right, you're all set with a coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?
It's the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's Powerball with Power Plate, Lotto, and a free natural state jackpot ticket, all for just $5.
Wait. 3 chances for 3 jackpots for $5? Bundle me up.
Ask for the $5 bundle today. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Harry Robinson Salisol Ford wants to buy or trade for your vehicle today, and they will give you top dollar. Pre-owned car values are at historic all-time highs, and your car today is worth more than it ever will be again. If you are driving a 2013 model or newer with 120,000 miles or less, bring it to Harry Robinson Salisol Ford, and they'll give you more than any other dealer. Even if you don't want to buy a new car, they'll still buy yours. Harry Robinson Salisol Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisol.
Contractors, you've got jobs to win and customers to impress. That's why you choose Luxair HVAC systems, built for performance, efficiency, and reliability. And at J&B Supply, we've had your back since 1968. We're a local family-owned distributor that treats our customers like family too, with the products, expertise, and service you need to get the job done right. For over 50 years, HVAC and plumbing pros have trusted J&B Supply in Fort Smith, Springdale, and Bentonville. J&B Supply, where the professionals go.
When you need legal help, turn to the law offices of Craig L. Cook. With over 40 years combined experience, the Cook Law Team works for you. If you've been injured in an auto accident, hurt on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help with bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
At Dobson Fiber, we're helping you build stronger connections by bringing the fastest internet network available to your business. Why fiber? Fiber internet provides reliable, symmetrical, blazing speeds. Without any interruptions or buffering, you can rely on Dobson for all your data needs. With Dobson Fiber as your premium internet provider, you can focus on the things that matter and the connections you build. To see if fiber is available to you, visit Dobson.net. Dobson Fiber, building stronger connections.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Hey,
Anybody interested in grabbing a couple of burgers?
Those are good burgers, brother.
How's your burger? My God.
This is CJ's Trivia Tuesday, presented by CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers in Fayetteville and Russellville.
I got the shakes that'll make you quit. I got the fries that'll cross your eyes. I got the burgers that'll... I just got burgers.
When all you do are burgers, they have to be the best.
All right, so Darius Acuff wins SEC Freshman of the Week for a record-setting 7th time this season. Still hasn't won SEC Player of the Week. I know there's some Arkansas fans upset about that. Per Hogstats.com, Darius and one other player are the only freshmen for the Razorbacks to score 30-plus points a game multiple times in a season. Who is that other player? 877-377-6963. Got to call us. You can text us, but you won't have a chance to win a $25 CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers gift card, both in Russellville and in Fayetteville. The only other player in Arkansas basketball history besides Darius Acuff to have 30-plus in a season as a freshman multiple times.
Was it Larry Satchel?
It's not Larry Satchel.
Not Larry Satchel. Audice Tony.
Not Audice Tony.
Not Audice Tony.
When did Larry Satchel play?
Oh, that was back, I guess that was in the Pelfrey days, if I'm remembering right.
It's not Courtney Fortson B.
No.
Incorrect. Nathan Bentonville has the correct answer, but he did not call us, so he has to call us. Kevin also got the correct answer. Got to call us at 877-377-6963. Play our Coach Richardson. That helps anyone out. We're getting texts, and we might have to do it because we're running short on time and just give it to someone that got it via text, even though they didn't follow the rules.
First text answer.
Well, Nate was first, if that's what we're doing.
If that's what we're going with. It's not Joe Johnson, John. It was not Lee Mayberry, Gavin. I think what's so crazy is like when you stack Darius up, not just against some great Razorback freshmen, but against Cal's other point guards, he's either statistically better or even with them. Now, there's still 6 games to go in conference. There's still the NCAA tournament, which we know that's where freshmen really make memories, and that's how people remember them. It's not Todd Day. So that is a good guess. All right, we might have to just give it to a texter because we're getting the right text. We're just not. Scotty Thurman. Scotty Thurman had 30-plus points in a game multiple times in his freshman season.
That seems so obvious. That's it. Hey, I mean, it just seems so obvious that's the right answer, right? You knew it had to be a great player.
There was a game in his freshman year, and I want to say it was in Tucson when they went to Arizona. Clay might not correct me on this, but I think Corliss was injured, and he went off. I believe the Razorbacks lost that game close, narrowly, but Scotty was he was a stud when he needed to be, especially in the biggest moment in Razorback basketball history. All right, that is your your CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers Trivia Tuesday. We do it every single Tuesday. We give away a $25 gift card to CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers. When all you do are burgers, they have to be the best, and they are at CJ's.
Yeah, I'd love to. You can just kind of hear that griddle sizzling right now, and that smell when you walk in the door at CJ's is pretty intoxicating. Hey, tomorrow, the Morning Rush going to be on the road in Harrison. We're going to be at the Creekside Community Center from 9 to 11. Thanks to Explore Harrison. We'll be talking to Chuck and Matt over there about everything coming up at the Creekside Amp. You can see the concert schedule at creeksideamp.com. We'll tell you more about that tomorrow morning, live in Harrison with the Morning Rush. Today, we're at Butler Furniture. Nick has peeled away from all the heavy lifting and the hard work and everything going on. Brad had to get out of here and go deliver furniture or something in Northwest Arkansas. Left all the hard work for you to do today.
Yeah, he's burning the roads up today. There's no telling what him and Miss Sarah's got going on today. But, hey, we're here at Butler Furniture here in Mountain Home, and we've got some deals for you.
All right, what do we got going on? Because Clay was in here earlier looking at mattresses and getting a new bed. I've seen you already pulling a bedroom set out for a customer this morning. Man caves. We were talking about man cave stuff. But March Madness is coming up. You need great chairs. You've got the theater type chairs. You've got the electric or motion reclining. Tell us what would be perfect to sit in front of and just watch basketball for about 3 weeks.
You know, for you guys that want to lay back and just hang out, we've got that zero gravity effect. Hey, it just puts those hips in a way that just takes off all that pressure. We've got the headrest, lumbar action. Guys, hey, we've got it all up here at Butler Furniture.
What about your office? If you want to, get something that, a little more of the professional look, maybe the right office, look. You don't have to go to an office furniture store. You can come right here.
That's right. Come here to Butler Furniture. Hey, if you want that executive look, we've got it. If you don't want something that fancy, hey, we've got anything. We can get it for you.
What about for a 31-year-old single guy that might still have a wooden spool for a coffee table that hosts a radio show? What might you have for him?
Hey, we've probably got one of these lift-top coffee tables.
We're sitting in front of one of these.
Right. Hey.
This is really nice. Colton, this is one of these coffee tables where it folds down, but it's got all the mechanics and everything
Secret
to
compartments
lift
to
up.
hide stuff, put
It
stuff
does.
in
You
there,
got storage.
Yeah, lots of good stuff in there.
And you can lift this thing up, so if you need to, put I've got all of our broadcast gear on it right now, but you could easily have a steak dinner on it.
Totally.
So you can come see all that. What else?
You guys have like toddler bed stuff for children there. I've got a little guy, and I'm about to have to get him to a child-sized bed here soon. Do you guys have that over there at Butler's?
You know what? Not so much toddler beds, but we've got day beds that you could branch them out of the baby bed to the day bed, which is actually a twin-size bed.
Perfect.
That's what we did for our daughter. We just skipped the toddler bed and went straight to a day bed.
Oh, well, if you know what you're talking about, I'll probably do the same thing.
Yeah. So come check it all out here. Butler Furniture. We're talking about delivery earlier with Brad. That's the key. I don't have a truck. I don't have a trailer car. Y'all make it easy where that doesn't stand in the way of getting what you want.
Oh no, we got awesome delivery services. Our guys are actually moving a sectional out right now as we're talking.
I'm watching it go by.
And we got local delivery at as low as $25, guys. You can't beat that. We are the cheapest in town on delivery.
Well, you're not in the delivery business. You're in the furniture business.
That's right.
So that's not where you're trying to make your money. You're trying to make your money selling furniture at a great price. The delivery is just a convenience.
That's right. Totally.
Yeah. So you're not going to knock anyone's head off on that.
That's right.
So that's what makes it easy to say yes.
Super easy. Yes, sir.
And I'm looking around. Every wall's covered with different styles of artwork and framed artwork that, y'all go beyond just the furniture to create the look. You've also got, the things that you need to put on the walls to complement it and finish it off.
Oh, totally. We've got everything you can think of, from lamps, pictures. We got everything to finish your room off, definitely.
All right. So if you don't have it, you can get it.
We can get it, definitely. We carry several different brands that if you don't see it on the floor, but you can kind of tell us what you're feeling, kind of what you're thinking. Between me and the girls and Brad, we can definitely get you fixed up.
All right. Butler Furniture, Highway 5 and Mountain Home. It's always better at Butler. Nick's one of the reasons why. And you can come by here. Hogs going to win tomorrow night at Alabama?
Oh, definitely. I think I'd say at least by 10.
At least, I like your thinking. That's positive. Well, Nick, thanks for having us out. I know y'all got the big sale coming up in March.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully we'll be back soon for that.
Awesome. Thank y'all for coming. We appreciate you guys.
Nick, Brad, the whole crew here. Butler Furniture and Mountain Home. If you need to do any kind of decorating or any kind of design work for your home, they've got it here at Butler Furniture and Mountain Home. So come by and see it, and they'll have it delivered to your home in just a day or two, because it's always better at Butler. Tomorrow night, Razorbacks, Crimson Tide. Going to be a big one. Colton, this one's tomorrow night shaping up to be pretty much a battle for second place. Hogs win, they retain second place. Hogs lose, they're going to probably be in a tie for second place. So it's a huge moment for the league itself, kind of create that separation at the top, and everybody will have one eye on Florida. But for second and third place, tomorrow night's a big deal for both of these teams.
There'll be lots of sets of eyes on that game Wednesday night outside of Tuscaloosa and Fayetteville, Alabama, and Arkansas. Like you said, Tommy, there are really heavy implications for how the rest of the SEC slate is going to shake out. You don't want to find yourself playing into one of those Thursday or Wednesday games. You want that double bye for the tournament. And Coach Cal has preached about this seeding. We've heard, Kevin has called in. Lots of people have called in. Hey, they don't have a true road game win this year in a really hostile environment. And that's what Alabama is going to bring. We talked about how good Alabama is at shooting. That's what they're going to do. It's going to take your best effort and maybe some of the best focus that you've had all season long. This is the time of year when you want to see your team start to really hit their stride, Tommy. And I think that we've had some weaker opponents. Hopefully we're not getting a little bit too big for our britches, because it's going to be a war come Wednesday night in Tuscaloosa.
South Carolina's at Florida. That's the early game tonight. Not expecting a whole lot of competitive action in that one. That game's at 6 o'clock tonight, and it's at Gainesville. I can't see South Carolina really keeping that close anywhere close to the second half. Georgia's at Kentucky. Georgia's on the ropes right now. Big moment for them to keep the gloves up. And LSU at Texas, that one could be competitive tonight at 8 o'clock. All those games on the SEC Network before a full slate tomorrow that includes 5 games in the SEC, headlined by the Razorbacks and the Crimson Tide. The only game in these 2 games, or in these 2 days of games, that features 2 ranked teams is the Hogs and the Crimson Tide. Tomorrow night. Hey, APAC and Standard Materials Group is your number 1 source for top quality aggregates, sand, rock, gravel, and of course ready-mix concrete, asphalt as well. APAC has you covered. No job's too big or too small for APAC and Standard Materials Group. 479-587-3300 is their number. 479-587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group. Tomorrow will be our What's Your Beef Wednesday, so you can start thinking about all the things that have really just ground your gears the last few days, and we'll get after it tomorrow on a What's Your Beef Wednesday brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. As we reach the home stretch of conference play in the beginning of baseball, I'm sure there's something that's got everyone irked a little bit, Colton, as we head into the midweek.
Yeah, everybody's got a little bit of something. You get through hump day, you just got to find something that maybe makes you mad. We want to hear your calls and texts tomorrow morning, obviously, on our What's Your Beef Wednesday. Tommy, a couple quick seconds before you go. What's the best piece of furniture you ever owned?
Oh, a great recliner that was just really comfortable.
What happened to that recliner? You still own it? You still sit in it
No.
every day? No.
No.
Went
Wife
too far
threw it
back
away.
in it? Oh, right.
Thought it didn't
threw
look good enough.
I went too far back in one time, so didn't work out for me. Matt and Phil coming up next year on Halftime. It's ESPN Arkansas. This has been the Morning Rush, live from Butler Furniture in Mountain Home. Till next time.
Vice President and General Manager of Pradco Fishing in Fort Smith. If you're going to do some cold water bass fishing, you need to be using an Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. It's the best lure for duplicating a small school of shad and can be worked from the top of the water column to the bottom. Whether you're trying to win a bass tournament or whoop up on a bunch of white bass and stripers, the Umbrella